Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. We're bringing you our life from Central Florida. More specifically,
The Villages.
that's right. We live in a community called the Villages, about 150,000 people, and it's just got everything, pickleball, tennis, shuffleboard, golf cart trails out the wazoo.
Endless pools, endless golf courses. Never a dull moment.
That's the Villages. And today on our show,
CostCo is coming.
that's right, and water bills shock some residents.
And Gizmo's bench is installed.
Some residents are complaining because they have to pay for amenities that they don't use.
Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Hope you enjoyed my bike ride on Thursday. I had a good time with it. Did some different things. She was shopping. You went on a big shopping extravaganza.
I did. This last week we were busy. We had a lot of fun with our friends. A lot of our friends are snowbirds and are going back north. So we're getting in the last bit of fun. So we went shopping, and so we had a great day. And while I was gone, Jerry was out on a bike ride.
That's right. And I tried something different. I hooked up a front camera and a back camera because I wanted you to see when you're merging on a bicycle, when you're going down a main road, how close is that traffic? How scared will you be? And I think it gave you a pretty good representation. Although I got to say, Mailbag Monday, you all are great. You watch it. But our Thursday shows, a little bit weak on the viewership there. So you might want to start catching those a little bit, or else someday we may decide to say, hey, let's just do one show a week. That's right.
Maybe so.
So kind of watch those. But that was a good show, and I think you'll like it. And it's called Beautiful Bike Ride in the Villages, Florida.
Yeah. We've also done a lot of other things this week. We met a lot of people. We had a lot of get-togethers, and we also got to babysit our grandkids. Oh, and played trivia too.
Yeah, we did a lot of things. In fact, the grandkids just left, and they are a lot of fun. But we got to watch the three youngest ones from our oldest son, if
That's
that
right.
makes sense.
That's right.
So what were they? 3, 6, and 8.
That's correct.
Yay! Laura Rooney was our t-shirt winner. You remember the contest? Heck, it was 3 weeks ago or more.
Yes.
Where we put some hidden objects back there, and they led you to the Hemingway answer to which village are we trying to hint at. And Laura Rooney got that, and she was the first one. Lots and lots of you got it. But she was the first one, and she won a t-shirt. So congratulations to Laura. We'll have another game coming up pretty soon. Here's Dave in Ohio with a viewer video question.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. For my southern friends, this video is taken in Ohio. And if you look at the pine tree behind me, it is a white pine. And if you guys are having a whole lot of yellow dust on your cars, it's probably from the pine trees. And if you look at the end of the needles, they're showing new growth. And when they bust open, voila, that's where you get your yellow dust from. We're making a lifestyle visit down to the Villages in July, my wife Becky and I, and we'll see you when we get there.
You know, Dave, we had those kind of pine trees in Indiana, lots and lots of them. We weren't bothered by pine allergies. But down here, there aren't as many pine trees. In a development like ours, there are a few.
Yeah.
People still do some landscaping with them, but not much.
Yeah.
But if you get outside the villages, you'll see lots and lots of those loblolly pines.
Loblolly.
And they get that little bud on the end that turns into that yellow dust.
Yes.
But it has not bothered me. I had allergies in Indiana to something in the springtime.
Yes.
And my eyes would swell up. I'd go fishing and I'd come back and I could hardly see, and I'm crying and tears are coming.
I think it was something in the water. Every time you went fishing, you came back, his eyes were almost literally closed shut. It was crazy.
And I don't even drink. So.
It was crazy looking. But he's not so much allergic down here, so that's good.
Some people have allergies. Some people get shots. But heck, they do that up in Indiana.
Yeah, they do.
So I think that wherever you go, you're going to find allergies. But here, we don't have them too bad. And I don't know of any friends that really have them too bad. We recently read some letters to the editor I don't remember if they were in the Village's news or on Nextdoor,
It could be.
but I took note of them and I got a couple screenshots just to talk about the water bills. Now, I am tickled pink over the water bill.
Yeah, we have been.
Our water is not expensive here compared to Indiana.
Yeah.
And we have 2 water lines here, one with potable
Potable.
and one with non-potable. It's from the from other sources
Irrigation
to
water.
to do the irrigation. Some people, even snowbirds, will have giant fluctuations in their water bill. See, generally you'll have your sprinkler set to come on 1 day a week, maybe 2 days a week, maybe 3 days a week. But if you don't change that, your water bill should be pretty much the same all the time. Whoopsie. And I just received a call from the district utility office. My fresh water was up from 2,400 gallons a month to over 20,000. I haven't had any crazy water bills, but last month, for some reason, the Villages installed a new water meter. We have had several instances of people with humongous, from 900 gallons a month to over 116,000. You heard that right. And that's just crazy. And of course, the first thing they'll say is, maybe you have a toilet that leaks, maybe you have a broken pipe, maybe a sprinkler's broken. You check all those things, you can't find it. Then it must be an underground leak.
Yeah.
But in our experience, those meters don't go bad very often. So it usually is error on the part of the homeowner, but not always. So stay on top of it. Be sure and check those bills and try to figure out what it is, because they can run up a lot of money in a little amount of time.
Yeah. This next question is from Sue. We have never had plantation shutters. Do you have them? And if so, do you like them? You know, our house was advertised, said home with shutters. So when we got here, we bought the house, and we did look through it. There were only 2 windows that had shutters. So we ended up putting shutters on the rest of the bedrooms, and we absolutely love them. They're so easy. They just close up, and you have to hit them really tight sometimes, because there's a little bit of light that will come through, but in the morning, about 7 o'clock now. And I adore these things. So they're easy to use, and you can even open them all the way up and have a lot of sunlight coming through.
Yeah, they're awkward. They're awkward when you open them all the way
Yeah,
up.
they go
There's
out to your
nowhere
room.
for them to go.
Yeah.
I mean, like over here, we have one by the grandfather clock. It won't open all the way.
Yeah.
Over here, we have one that won't open all the way because of the sofa.
Yeah.
So you hardly ever open the actual gigantic shutter, but you open the louvers all the time, and we like that. It's very easy to close
Yeah.
and open.
Yeah.
And you don't get total darkness, but you get, dark enough, right?
Right. I love them.
They're expensive. We had a letter this past week from somebody else that I didn't include today that wanted to know what kind of window coverings they should investigate.
Yeah.
Hey, curtains are expensive.
Curtains?
And a lot of people, remember those curtains that you
Oh, yeah.
close?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Like we had in Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah. But these are expensive too. Anything you do to your windows is going to be expensive, but you don't need both. We don't have curtains. We don't have curtains here.
No.
And you can get by with just plantation shutters, and we really like them.
Yeah,
They come in wood or vinyl. You can get multiple estimates. That's what we did. And the company we used is not in business anymore, but we're happy with them.
Yeah.
It's official, I guess.
Okay.
CostCo is coming to the Villages.
Yeah.
And we heard that our friend Don Wiley even posted on his website. He's a county commissioner, and it's coming. It's going to be up in kind of the Spanish Springs area off of 466.
Right.
It will be near the new Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
So we love Costco. And man, they got that $1.50 hot dog and drink, huh? And they also have appliances, really good, a good price, and they install them free usually, so you can't beat that. In fact, I bought you a dishwasher from the one in Wesley Chapel, and they would not install it. They said, we're too far away to install it. So now we'll have one close. If you want to buy appliances here in the Villages, I think that Costco would take care of you.
Yeah. I'm real excited about that, because coming here, remember that one time we went about a month ago, and it took us almost 2 hours to get there?
Yeah, it was a traffic jam on the turnpike.
Traffic jam. It was awful.
That turnpike is no picnic, let me tell you. That turnpike.
If I can
no.
stay off that, or we can stay off that, I don't drive it.
We've
That's
been
the
here
best.
5 years and 5 months, and they're still working on the turnpike. They're not even close to being done with that.
I think they're forever working on it.
Okay, so what do we like? I'll tell you what do we have today? We had chicken wings that we bought. Already cooked. You heat them up
Yeah.
at Costco. Man, they were
Put
good.
them in our air fryer, barbecue sauce. Oh my lands, they were so good.
I got a lasagna up there recently, and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, a little bit of convenient foods.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't, you're only 2 people, so do you really need to buy in bulk? I don't know. Maybe we should go with our friends. If we all agree to buy the same things and then just split the bill down the middle.
There we
Oh,
go.
wouldn't that be good? Frequently, we'll hear from people that say, why should I pay an amenity fee the same as you when you play golf and I don't? Common, right? We got this off of the Village's News.
And there was a resident asking, why should non-golfers have to help pay for course renovations? They're asking those who might be of the same view to consider this. I don't play tennis, pickleball, shuffleboard, bocce, cornhole, nor do I use any of the rec center facilities, except the pool on occasion. So when they had to completely redo the courts at a few rec centers, should I have asked why I should have to help pay for repairs when I don't use them?
Okay, let's stop it there. Okay, you made a good point right there. All you use is the pools. Well, everybody that owns their own pool either pays or does their own maintenance, and it costs $159 a month. Very close to what your amenity fee is. So there are golf cart paths, there are rec centers, pool tables, like you said, shuffleboard, bocce, horseshoes, cornhole, tennis, pickleball,
Yeah, lots.
114 pools.
Yeah.
Come on, for what we pay in an amenity fee, that is a lot of things to do.
Yeah. And this person also said, if we don't use any of them or we use all of them, we're all in this together. We're a community. If you want to pick and choose, then perhaps this is not the right place for you.
Right, so it started off sounding critical, but
Yeah.
actually that was a positive letter in
Yeah.
favor of, let's all pitch in together and we'll have all the
Yeah.
amenities that we can all enjoy.
That's true.
That's a good outlook.
Good outlook.
Hey, Gizmo's bench has been installed.
We were so excited to hear this.
They told us it would take 4 to 6 months
Yeah.
for that thing to go in. And we had a call today from Tom Drabczyk. He's the fellow that got the whole ball rolling. He's responsible for it.
Yeah.
And he said he was driving by there and lo and behold, it was in. The plaque is already on it. It's ready for you to go sit on it. So please feel free. I'm sitting on the bench right here in a beautiful setting on the Clarendon walking path. Showed you how to get to it. You just come up from the tunnel. There's the sign and you can see the bench right there. A nice little parking spot for you. And here's what you'll see when you sit here. And wow, that was good work by the Villages. They got her up and done. Now listen, you all did this with Tom spearheaded it, and you all did it. You raised over $2,000 for this $1,400 bench. We're going to give all of that excess money to the Humane Society. And we're going to cut them a check, and we're going to go over and present it, and we'll bring that to you when we do it, so you'll know that your money was put to good use. But thank you. Please consider that your bench too. Gizmo would love it that you went over there and sat on that bench and looked at that pretty pond right at Clarendon Rec Center. If you're coming from Brownwood, you go first tunnel that you get to across 44th. First tunnel. As soon as you come out, you'll turn left, right at the top of that hill.
Yeah.
On the right is Gizmo's bench. And we hope you all enjoy it. This question says, I have one for you that I haven't seen you address in Mailbag Monday. Would it be frowned upon for a Village's resident to use a golf course path to save time in order to get to another place in the Villages? Have you heard of this happening? Well, as a matter of fact, I have heard of it happening, and it's illegal
Yeah. Can't do
for a
it.
couple of reasons. You may think that the golf course is not being used, and vacant hole, and you get up there, whoa, there's golfers.
Right?
you'd be infringing on their game.
Or you could get hurt.
You could get a ball in the head, yeah. So no, you're not supposed to do that at all. But we do understand why you want to do it. For example, right out here at the entrance to our development is Pensacola, the Pensacola 9 from Bonifay. And we can drive down a half a mile, up about a mile, and over a half a mile, and we'll be right up there. Or we could drive a half a mile straight across the golf course and be there. But they would never want you doing that. So, no, it's illegal. They don't want you walking on it either.
No, or walking your dog. No.
We've been golfing before and seen people exercising their dogs on the golf course.
Ew, no.
That is an absolute no-no, and off a leash.
Yeah. Those residents that live around the golf course, they don't want all these people just meandering by and just walking like a walking path. It's not for that. And you don't want to see people driving by, while you're out there on your lanai eating dinner. No.
They'll call the popo.
Yeah, it's not good. This is from Kimberly. Do any of your relatives, former neighbors, or former coworkers watch your show regularly?
Not too many. In fact, to be honest with you, we haven't even told most people that we used to associate with in Indiana that we even have a channel, have we?
No. They may have heard word of mouth, or maybe my sisters or your sister has told them, but we don't know if they regularly watch. We don't see very many comments from them.
Once in a while, we'll see a like or a subscribe from people, and
Yeah.
it'll make us happy because we see,
Yeah.
oh, look who's watching our channel. So sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, so we are happy if you're out there and you're watching and you're kind of quiet. Let us know you're watching. And the next part of her question says, do your own kids tune in on Mondays and Thursdays for your show? We think they do occasionally, but we don't hear from them. They're super busy with their own children and family and their jobs. So I don't think they do it religiously, but every once in a while they'll say they saw something.
Yeah, I'll ask him, hey, did you see that show with the 99-year-old World War II veteran?
No.
No, I didn't see it.
No.
We still have people coming up and saying, hey, how's Gizmo doing?
We had that this week.
We hate to break the news to them. They're always sad, and then we are sad. So
And yeah, it's a very awkward situation when they ask us.
it's time for Ask Amy.
Hey, Jerry and Linda, this is Audra. Thank you so much for having us on your show today. And I wanted to talk about ladybird deeds. So a lot of clients will come to us and say, all I need is a ladybird deed and my power of attorney, and I'm set from there. Well, what is a ladybird deed? A ladybird deed is not something that's codified in the state statutes of Florida. So that is not something that Pittman Law Office can typically help clients with. However, most clients, when they say that they want a ladybird deed, it's because they are trying to avoid the probate process. Now, that is something that I can help you with if you're interested in that. Typically, the easiest way to avoid probate when you have a piece of real property is to establish a revocable trust, which means that it's changeable and you stay in charge of it until you're incapacitated or when you pass away. So a ladybird deed is something that, again, is not codified in the state statutes of Florida. And the point of doing the ladybird deed is to try and avoid probate. So then a lot of clients ask me, well, my neighbors have ladybird deeds. Why can't I have a ladybird deed? Or why are they doing it? Why did they get an attorney that did the ladybird deed for them? Well, that's everybody's practice. They can do whatever they want. But again, it's not state statute. It's not codified in the state statutes. And it's a concept, a great concept that a lot of folks are using these days. However, there's too much liability involved for Amy and I to do those type of deeds at this point. So if your true goal is to avoid probate, then come see us. We can look at your beneficiaries. We can look at your family dynamics, and we can try and figure out the easiest, best way for you to avoid the probate process. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's great that Audra and Amy take time to educate our viewers on legal matters. We appreciate it very much. She's in a bad mood today, by the way.
Not.
She is. She's in a bad mood. We always have.
Hit that baby.
Would it be frowned upon for villagers resident Why are you in a bad
I
mood?
am never in a bad
You're in
mood.
a bad mood today.
Only when he tells me that I'm in a bad mood, then I'm in a bad mood. I'm not. We're done. We're on 3 for me. I didn't turn the page.
I just received a. Wait a minute, that's the same one. Oops. It's great that you saw show.
Blooper. Clock it.
We're bouncing that. We're bouncing that table. See that? See that?
I'm not doing it. Where do I take now? I'm sorry. Where do I go? Do I go back to this?
Told you she was in a bad mood.
I'm not. He turns the table all the time. When he's in a bad mood, he says, I'm in a bad mood. Then he keeps on me till I am in a bad mood. Shame on you, Ron.
Belinda asks, are there any American Legion posts in the villages? Well, we are happy to say that we have reportedly the largest American Legion post on the planet.
Wow.
And like everything we tell you, that's just what we think. We could be off, but that's what we think. And we also think that this community has the largest number of veterans of any retirement community in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, we're very patriotic. There are lots of veterans here, and there's definitely a beautiful American Legion post for them. That bike ride on Thursday, so many of you asked about the new bike seat that I talked about, because remember I was telling you how happy my rear end was on this seat. I got one, and it's called X-Wing, and it's instead of a regular bike seat like this, it's like 2 bike seats put together.
Very supportive.
Yeah, and it was better, and it felt pretty good. If you're interested and you go to our website, jerryandlinda.com, there's an Amazon storefront. It's on there, and you can go and take a look at it. And it will remind you, as we're supposed to do anytime we mention that storefront, we get a small commission on anything you buy. It doesn't have to be anything on that list. When you go there and you buy anything on Amazon, we'll get a small commission, so we appreciate that. And nothing ever costs you a penny more.
All right. Well, look at these flowers. They're being grown here in the villages, and Ann Rule sent us these pictures from the village of Newell, and she said
she's been working for months on these flowers with very little help from her husband, Ron. Come on, Ron.
Shame on you, Ron.
They're from Maine, and that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I just thought of something. The Rules live in Newell.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Rural Newell.
That's good. That is really cool.
And they're from Maine.
That's right. We ate dinner with them once upon a time. And
Yeah,
very
yeah.
nice folks.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I wonder why flowers grow so much. I mean, so good up north in Maine. We were in Alaska, and they were amazing. Of course, they have a lot of sunlight in Alaska.
Yeah, they have long days. But if you've ever been to Alaska, Anchorage in particular, they have these baskets of flowers and hanging in the street. They are the most unbelievable.
Yeah. Beauty.
It's just
Beauty.
fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's time for entertainment.
They say we need a theme song. If any of you are musicians or magicians out there and you want to do a theme song for us, crank one out and send it to us. You know, if it's good, we might use it.
Yeah.
If it's bad, we'll probably play it, but we won't use it.
Well, anyway, everything's happening in the villages. So much fun. Everywhere you go, there's something to do. At the Savannah Center coming up, Evolution Motown. Now, that's tomorrow night, Tuesday. Oh, my gosh. We saw them for, I forget when, but we saw them.
We not only saw them,
We interviewed them.
we interviewed them. Yeah, these guys are great.
They have you rocking in your seat. You'll be standing up dancing, I promise you.
See you when you get here.
And then Rocky and the Rollers Unplugged with Uncle Bob's Rock Shop and Kathleen Kane. That's May 8th. And then on May 10th, Fernando Varela and William Joseph is a special Mother's Day concert.
Let me tell you about Fernando. He is major league talent.
Yes.
Well, like they all are great, but Fernando, he sings with David Foster and what's her name?
Catherine McPhee.
Catherine McPhee. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That Andreas Bocelli.
Yes.
I think he kind of mentors Fernando, and Fernando is, like I said, he's a major league talent.
Absolutely.
You should check him out. It's fantastic. That's a Victory production. They
That
do
is
an awesome job.
Really good. And then there's a Neil Diamond tribute featuring Rob Garrett, and that's on May 11th. Now, the Sharon, there are two things I'd like to talk about. They have the Price is Right game there. That's on May 2nd coming up.
Come on
That's going to
down.
be fun. I think they do that regularly. And then Rain, a tribute to the Beatles on May 3rd. There are so many things to do.
We're going to that.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Yeah, the Beatles are fantastic.
So, fun times in the entertainment of the villages.
Sweet and salty. All right, sweetie.
You may go first? Well, this is from Ann and Rich. My wife and I look so forward to your mailbox Mondays every week. We have been on a lifestyle visit and plan on another. Our plan is to retire in the villages in a few more years. You guys are so upbeat and positive. You are an inspiration to both my wife and I. We would love to meet you one day. Keep up the great work. Your videos bring us to the villages in spirit every week. God
All
bless.
right. Thank you, Ann and Rich.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, that's great. Mailbox Monday. Frankly, when we started the show 5 years ago, we started thinking about names, and that was
Yeah.
one we considered.
Mailbox.
We went with mailbag.
It's Mailbag Monday.
Or it could be Monday mailbag and
Yeah, whatever we
whatever.
say. Go get the mail.
For the salty. Now, this fellow's name is Davin.
Davin?
Davin.
Davin.
Get over yourself. Hey, Davin, I know we come on here and we're trying to be upbeat and we're trying to be enthusiastic and we're trying to entertain and inform, but really we do get over ourselves. We don't think we're anything special.
No.
No, not at all.
Well, you're not
If you met us in public, you know this is the real deal. You know, we're just whatever we are. But Davin, I've never even considered naming one of my own children Davin. We have one named Dave.
We do.
We didn't need
We
that
do.
N. We didn't need that little N on the end there. All right, Linda, this is cute, and I think you'll like this. She doesn't even know what I'm going to say. But she was filling an application out at the dentist the other day.
Oh, yeah.
What's
An
this?
application.
Oh, my
Whatever.
Lord.
Not an application.
They want you to fill out a phone book, you know, of all this information.
Yeah.
And she was filling it out, and I was sitting there, and then she's giggling, and I looked around and said, what? And she's just smiling. They asked me what my occupation was, and she said, I put social influencer.
It was just a strange question. It all of a sudden just hit me. I'm not teaching anymore. I'm not doing anything. I thought, what am I really doing? What's my occupation? And so I guess I did what every young teenager is doing these days. Social influencing.
Yeah, but she was just giggling. I said, what are you laughing at? So she's a social influencer. I put retired on mine. It's time for shout outs. We'd like to recognize all the friends of our channel. See them up here going across there. And those are people that have reached out in one way or another. Maybe they donated for Gizmo's bench, or maybe they just sent us a nice email or wrote a sweet comment.
Or we got a mug from our dentist. You know, that was kind of fun. We got a mug, we got a pen, we got a cup, we got a t-shirt from our dentist.
Only cost us $600.
It's going to cost another $1,000 when I get a.
She needs 2 crowns.
I need 2 crowns.
$2,500.
What?
Is that a good price? No. Thank all of you. It's just great that you show so much support for us, and you're the reason we keep it going.
That's right. Well, we met Zoran and Marla from Illinois for lunch this week, and they are such a nice couple, and we really enjoyed our time together.
I had to apologize.
Yes.
Oh, I felt terrible. I still feel terrible because we left the dentist. We were supposed to go in at the same time. You know, we're just getting x-rays, cleaning, the basic stuff. But they didn't. They let her go hour and a half or more. Then they took me back. It took the whole day. By the time I got out there, I'm loopy. Like I forgot to. We were an hour late showing up for them, and I'm so sorry.
We are very sorry. I love our new dentist. We absolutely adore this office, and this is in Leesburg. But anyhow, what happened is Jerry left his phone in the car, accidentally because it was plugged into the whatever to tell us how to get there. And then my phone died in the office. So we had no communication and we couldn't reach out. And I got back in the back, and guess what I did? I started talking after they finished cleaning my teeth, and just things happened. And then Jerry's like, when are you getting out of the chair and coming out and let me go in? Well, he ended up going in.
I'm out in the waiting room, and it sounds like Milton Berle is putting on a show in the back room, man. There's all this laughing and hooting and hollering. It was her, and they didn't even give her any gas.
No, and I apologize to Soren.
This is Sue and Pete. I call him Keith sometimes by mistake. And they've recently moved into their new home in Dabney, and they are such nice people. We're in fact, they're going to be on our Alaskan cruise.
Oh, that'll be fun. We'll get to know you a lot better. And we can't resist showing you this picture of our youngest son and his fiance.
Yeah, he's the Air Force guy, and he's a captain in the Air Force and stationed in the St. Louis area, and we're very proud of him, like we are all the boys. But he sent us that from an event they went to this past week, and we thought, hey, let's show the world our youngest kid.
Yeah.
Mike and Laurie from North Carolina. We bumped into them in Brownwood, and they took a tour at the Villages Grown. We haven't even done that yet.
We're going to do it. Chris and Rose sent us this photo. They're loyal viewers, and they say they are disgusted that people would send us salty comments.
Thank you both. We agree with you. Look at this picture of a rose between two thorns. Or maybe it's the other way around. This is Jackie from Minnesota, a super sweet lady, and we appreciate knowing her. Oh, it's me again.
Yeah.
This is Steve and Candy. They live in the village of Amelia, and they're smart, real smart. They defeated our team in a trivia game recently. I think I saw Steve looking at his phone. I'm not sure.
I don't think so. Well, that was a fun time. This is Brent and Judy from Wheeling, West Virginia. We met them at Brownwood, where we meet a lot of people.
Yeah, it's fun to go down there, and you never know who you'll bump into.
That's true.
I wish we'd kept a list, or it'd be impossible.
Impossible.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had a list of all the folks that we met, which is really the best part about having a channel.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
Thank every one of you for watching. Next Thursday, we're going to have a new show for you. I've got 3 or 4 shows in the works. I don't know which one I'll get finished first, so I can't tell you what it'll be, but we hope you'll be right there with us.
If you haven't done it yet, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.
See you when you get here.